And at this point, I want to feel like there's synergy between the hand and the shoulder. Much has been talked about the left arm. Today I want to give you an overview of how you can make your left arm better orientate the club face and give you some good sequencing into your downswing. Let's get into it. The left arm in the backswing has been thought about as being the controller of the width of the swing. Many people have tried to make their left arm ramrod straight in an effort to stop themselves from pulling in. And I'm sure, like many, you have failed miserably. The left arm is the top anchor point, or lead arm, is the top anchor point on the club head. So it is really the pivot point of the golf club in its absolute entirety. When that golf club is moving in space, it will be trying to create as much leverage from the shoulder through the wrist angle to make the head weight do what it wants to do, and that's swinging down at the bottom of the golf ball. That club, as I've really referenced many times, that golf club has gone from a set position in the backswing to an unloaded position in the through swing. And that golf club unloading on the way through is absolutely giving you the speed and energy that we're after down at strike. Now the problem is our perception of what our body needs to do in correlation with the left arm, in this case, has been really arguing with each other. Our desire is to turn the body as quickly as possible. Our desire has been not to pull on the golf club. So today, I want to give you a great drill that's going to give you a good awareness of where this left hand should be relative to the right side of the body. This Theraband, it's a loop. You can find the link for the Theraband down in the description below. It needs to be a loop. The reason being is that I want to tie the Theraband around my shoulder here. So I get it around my right shoulder or your trail shoulder, and then I'm going to get you to take the other end in your lead hand. And when you grab it in your lead hand, I really want it to be in the last 3 fingers of your left hand, and then pull it away. I'm going to cast the club aside just for the moment, and then what we're going to get you to do is make sure that when you're in posture, you've now got some tension on this Theraband. Now, at this point, once you've got yourself in a good setup position, and I talk extensively about a good setup position at address in that video up there, it allows me to start to feel how I can push off my posture. I've got some load through the shoulder and I've got some push off with the hand. Now what I want to do is just make some small back swings and through swings. And at this point, I want to feel like there's synergy between the hand and the shoulder. If I make my hand move quicker than my shoulder, I'll immediately feel extra load. If I now make my body try to turn quicker than my hand, all of a sudden the load in the band will disappear. We're looking to feel the shoulder and the hand start to feel consistent in the pressure. Once you've done a third of it, now you can start to go a little bit longer in your backswing. Start to encourage some hip turn, encourage some shoulder turn, and just go to a point in your backswing where you feel comfortable. Because really what we're trying to do is give you a good sensation of how the hand and the arm, the left arm, the lead arm, and the right side of your body works. Now, for those of you that believe you need to drag the handle down, you'll really start to lose pressure on the Theraband. So what we want to do is really feel how this right shoulder is moving around. And as we then start to get into this through swing, this is where you'll really start to feel a change. For those of you that are working out to the right, and don't allow your right side to come through, you'll really have an arguing situation or an argument between the hand trying to go over there and the shoulder coming back in. So we really want to feel how we can unravel our body and we can keep the tension on the Theraband. Now, I'm going to take the golf club in my left hand and my lead hand and attach the Theraband to, pop it underneath. And at that point, I can now start to feel, there's the tension in the Theraband. I can now start to feel how that golf club and my right side are starting to talk to each other. But really, my left hand now feels like it's got some harmony with my chest. Feels like the club down at the bottom of the swing is starting to work together. As soon as you now take that Theraband off, put both hands back on the golf club, because you've had some load in the shoulder, you'll immediately feel, and some load in the band, you'll immediately feel that pressure in the handle that I talk about. You'll immediately feel how your right side of your body and the arms want to follow each other. And they'll start to try to move around. And when they're starting to move around, now you feel like the hands, the chest, and the lower body now have an opportunity to really start to sing from the same hymn sheet. And when they start singing from the same hymn sheet, you can really start to feel like you can create some leverage, some set of the golf club, and then you can feel some unset of the golf club on the other side. So this left hand and the trunk feel like they're sitting down, the shoulders, because that's what the Theraband is doing. And it's really allowing this handle to feel like it can arc in and in. And that sensation of setting the shoulders down and setting the arm down is a really nice way of starting to increase your angle of attack. So that Theraband, pushing down, swinging around, feeling like I can keep the gap between left hand and shoulder continuous. Now, I feel the same thing. So it's a lovely little drill of giving you the opportunity to move the club. If you're tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves, head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves trusted by tour players and elite amateurs alike. Use my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out. You won't be disappointed. In a desired way, through the lead arm, which is a problem child. The lead arm is a problem child because it is the one that is trying to take up the slack for the face being out of orientation and you trying to shift the club in a direction that doesn't match what your body's trying to do. I think it's an absolute cracker. Give it a go, grab yourself a Theraband, and hopefully that gives you something of a new feel that really allowed your body and arms to fire up. Thank you so much for watching. Do consider subscribing while you're here. And that, my friends, is good coaching.